Hello, Cynthia. How are you? Welcome.
Hey, greetings from Dubai. Hi, Kevin. Thank you so much.
If you can start, we can start off by you introducing yourself, so the
uh,
audience gets to know a little bit about you.
okay, thank you. So it's very exciting to be here. So thank you so much for the invitation. About myself, I landed up in Dubai 3 years ago. I have been working in Denmark for 13 years. I'm Hungarian originally, so I went around the globe. And I started to work for a company which is doing company setup services. So we are helping business owners to relocate to the UAE, get a license, address, visa, and this kind of services. And then we started the real estate company. So basically, I came for the job to Dubai, and I'm in love, and I will never go back to Europe.
Oh, that's amazing. So what's the name of the company?
The company is called Manara, which is the Arabic name for beacon.
Oh, very cool. Cynthia, what type of real estate do you mainly focus on?
Residential mainly. Our clients, they are relocating to the UAE, to the United Arab Emirates, and they are looking for specific real estate, residential real estate, so they can obtain a visa for 10 years. So there is very specific market we are dealing with here.
Oh, tell me a little bit about that. So there is, so how does that work with the visa then?
Yeah. So basically, the 90% of the population here are foreigners. So we are all expats. We are coming from all over the world. We have 110 different nationalities, and nobody is ever getting a passport. So the only way to live in the country is to have a visa. And the only way to have a visa is that if you work or if you have a real estate. So if you work, your employer is going to give you the visa. If you are opening your company, then you are getting a visa from your own company. Or you can buy a real estate for 2 million dirham, which is above 500,000 US dollars worth of property. Then you can get a visa for 10 years. So actually, this is the best visa.
Wow, that's interesting. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah.
So is it only apartments that you work on? Do you also do home? I don't really know too much about the Dubai market.
Yeah.
Are there like townhomes, residential homes, or is it just
Oh my God,
more?
we have everything. Whatever you want, Kevin, just wish, and then we're gonna find it for you. Uh, we are mainly dealing with residentials. We have also commercial, but we are mainly getting the inquiry for homes. So these are like villas or apartments or townhouses. We have so many different kind of buildings. Mostly the investors who are coming here to Dubai, they are looking for investment and they are looking for studio and one bedroom. But obviously, if big family is coming, then we are offering 2, 3 bedrooms or villas.
In regards to the past few years, obviously everybody knows that Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, has taken. It's huge. It's growing. So, can you talk a little bit about what you've seen in the past few years? Some of the market trends that you've seen here in Dubai.
Yeah, I mean, the first, which is like as a natural person, you can feel it on your own skin that the population is growing by 300,000 a year.
Wow.
So it's just very simple. Like I moved, so I work in the business center, in the middle of Dubai. Our office from the office window, we can see Burj Khalifa. So I'm working in the middle of the city center, but I live a little bit outside. So when I moved, it was my building, a grocery store, and a hospital next to me. And now the entire landscape is built up in 3 years. So just buildings are growing out of the ground. And this is what you see, even if you are not in real estate. So it's a lot of changes in the past few years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, no, yeah. Again, it's like you see it in the news. Lots of big companies are moving out there.
Oh yeah.
It's a hub financially
Yeah.
for Europe, for Asia. It's like a good location to where it's located. So
It's
that's
perfect. Yeah. It's
and
perfect.
obviously the tax benefits. So many people are moving because of that. I know you
Yeah.
had mentioned before. Now,
No, no personal income tax, or no income tax on the properties also.
oh wow. So if you rent out your property, you're not getting taxed at all.
No, not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not like here in the United States.
Tax-free money. Yeah, yeah. I heard about the US.
Everything gets taxed here. So
Everything is getting taxed. The air you breathe.
everything. And just so you
Everything.
know, here in New York, if you
Hmm.
work and live in New York, especially in the 5 boroughs, you
Yeah.
have to pay city tax, state tax, and federal tax. So 3 taxes. Okay.
It's amazing. It's
It's
good to keep
crazy,
up
right?
with
It's
it.
crazy. Not compared to Dubai, right?
Yeah.
So any type of what are like some of the appreciations that you've seen over the past years in some of the properties, like on average? It doesn't have to be like too specific.
I mean, we have very specific numbers always when it comes to Dubai. The Dubai government is making everything very transparent. So just this morning, I went to Dubai Land Department, the government's website, and I just checked, and it says it was between 8 to 12% per year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So any investors looking to invest in Dubai, that's
Yeah.
the numbers that's been very transparent, even with the government website.
Yeah, basically, if you go on the Dubai Land Department's website, you can choose an area and then you can see the market changes. You know, how much is the increase, how much you can rent out that property. So there is always a lot of transparent data and you can make your proper decision.
Wow. That's again, not many.
It's very fair, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to like for example, here there are websites for that. But you do have to do a lot of digging,
Yeah.
and some websites differ, compared to others. So no,
Mhm.
it's good that it's very transparent. Now,
Yes.
in regards to that, do the investors that you work with, are they looking for anything specific, any specific types of returns?
Yeah. So the investors we are working with, those people who are already set up their companies with us. You know, we set up a company for them. They got their Visa bank account, and they now want to invest their tax-free income for something. So these investors, they are mainly looking for studio and one-bedroom apartments because this gives them the highest return. Because it's very interesting background data that 80% of Dubai's population are foreigners. So people coming here to work. And, and when you go to a new country to work, you are trying to keep the budget as low as possible. You're not bringing your family immediately, So people are looking for studio and one-bedroom apartments to start their life up. So this is the easiest to rent out immediately. So this is usually what they look for.
Oh, that's interesting. Usually you would think, because here 2 bedrooms are something that's the most sought after, because if you have a family, like let's say if you're by yourself, right, you'll have the extra bedroom for an office.
Yeah.
If you have a couple, then you can live in the 2 bedroom and you can aspire if you're gonna have a kid. So that's why. But it's interesting how it's different over there. So studios and 1 bedrooms are the most
Yeah. Because originally nobody moves for settling, people coming here as a temporary solution to make lots of money. But it's funny enough because most of my friends, they are like, oh, we just came for temporary. And how long you are here? 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? Nobody really wants to move.
Nobody wants to move.
No.
People get comfortable. I mean, it's like from what I've seen, the lifestyle has been greatly coming about over there. The government is doing so much too. So again, it's something that's what's making people stay, and I think that's what the government wants, right?
For sure. I mean, Dubai ruins everything. Yeah, the safety and the cleanliness, and exactly what you said. Like you pay for government services, but you get great exchange. Not like taxes. You pay the taxes, but you don't really see the exchange what you get for your money, and that's the problem usually.
No, of course. So let me ask you this then, in regards to what specific areas are investors looking in Dubai? And you can be specific, right? You can be specific with this.
Yeah, I mean within the United Arab Emirates is Dubai for sure. The other Emirates are just coming up. Abu Dhabi is also nice, but mainly is Dubai. The investors are looking for the touristic areas, which is downtown and Business Bay. If you are looking for Airbnb, this is the best part. So we have the Burj Khalifa in the middle of the city, and we have Business Bay and downtown around it, and everything around. It's very easily to Airbnb, and the marina, of course. Overview of the water.
Oh yeah.
This is a very nice area. But if you are interested in long term, then as you move outside of the city, like Dubai Hills, now they are building the area I'm living in, Arjan, Motor City, these kind of areas. They are not fully built yet. So it means if you are purchasing a property, the prices are just going to go up very soon. So it's a great area to buy off plan, for example.
If you can speak a bit about that, about buying off plan, because I've interviewed a few guests, and every country is different. Similar but different, right? So if you can explain on how somebody can buy off plans.
So we have several developers in the country who they are providing off-plan properties. For example, one of the biggest one we are working together is Danube. And Danube has a very, very interesting payment plan. They ask for 10% down payment and then 1% monthly payment. So everybody can purchase the apartment, and then they have a turnover like in 1.5 years when you get the key, and then the remaining payment you just continue when you already moved in, or you can Airbnb your apartment. And every developer is a little bit different, or most of them are very precise on the turnover. Like Shopha is a very big developer. They are always delivering 6 months before their promise.
Wow.
Danube is always on time. We have other developers who are not always keeping in the time frame. So
Yeah.
usually we work with those who have a very good reputation on the timing.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So like it's good to have that knowledge, because I know, for example, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I was born here, but my parents are from Colombia, and I've done a little bit of research over there about buying properties off plans, right? Apartments off plans, and you heard horror stories about sometimes they put their down payment and everything, and they're paying, and the developer doesn't deliver the property, and it's 2 years behind, 3 years behind.
Yeah.
It's like, it's good to have somebody in Dubai, like you, obviously, Cynthia, that you know these developers, you know how they operate, and it's good for the investors listening to this, because they'll go with confidence, saying, okay, Cynthia knows what she's doing. She's recommending me to the right people.
Yeah, and we have great regulatory authorities like the Dubai Real Estate Regulatory Authority or Dubai Land Department. They are also taking a lot of responsibility for this. It's not really happening that somebody is just disappearing from the country,
No, of
or
course.
they are not building it up. So then the government is refunding the money.
Wow.
So like lots of it's a bit different here than in any other countries, because it's an Islamic country, and based on the Islam, the right for the property is the strongest right. So they are very serious about your property, your money, your investment, your values. Nobody can just take it away. Nobody can just run away from it with your money. So that's why it's very safe to invest in Dubai.
That's amazing. Those are the things that, like, if you just look at a property and you're looking at numbers on a spreadsheet, you don't know, right?
You don't know,
You don't know.
It's very pretty to have a swimming pool on your balcony, but you don't know the background data.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. So like in touching that subject, where are you seeing a lot of people investing from? Like, what countries?
I see a lot coming from Europe and UK. It's like incredible numbers of people just relocating with family, with kids, putting the kids to school. Europe is going downhill right now. It's very bad situation with the taxes, the safety. We have war going on, and it's just not the same anymore. The US, the taxes and other problems, which is not part of this conversation.
You're fine, no worries.
So people want to have safety. Yeah, exactly. If you have kids, you want your kids to grow up safe. You don't want them to land up in a pub getting drugged or drunk. You want to give values to your family. At least this is what I think. And this is the very traditional very sane country. We have no open pubs. You cannot reach alcohol so easy. You really have to do a number to reach alcohol, or
Really?
you cannot just get drugged. Yeah. And then it's very safe, very great school system. It's clean, and it's the safest city in the world. So people are aiming for this, and people are relocating from all over the world.
Oh wow! So of course, Dubai is an Islamic. I mean, well,
Yeah,
UAE is an Islamic country. So,
yeah.
so tell us a little bit about the alcohol situation, because out of curiosity, not that I'm a big drinker, but I know the laws are very strict over there. So how does
Yeah,
that work?
which is from one side, I think it's very great. I'm not drinking either, so for me it's like I don't really care. You can get alcohol in the touristic areas, like in hotels or in bars or pubs. There are specific designated areas where you can go and consume alcohol, but you cannot bring alcohol on the metro or public transportation. You cannot hang around drunk on the street, otherwise you get arrested or fined. So if you want to drink alcohol or you want to enjoy the party, you have to stay at home, or you go to the pubs or the discos and then you take an Uber home. But you cannot really make a scene. And then I think this regulation just makes it very comfortable to live in. I come from Denmark, where people just drink on the street from Monday to
Good.
Sunday. They are drunk all the time,
We see
and
it here too.
yeah, and then the bottles are just like flowing in the air, and then you just never know what's going to happen. So on the metro, people drunk, throw up, and you don't want to see this. You don't want to live, and here it's just so comfortable.
Really? That's amazing. That's amazing to hear. No, yeah, I mean that is an issue, right? Obviously, when alcohol is involved, um, without moderation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You see it here, people in the street drunk, but it's amazing to hear that over there it's so strict in regards to that. I mean, again, it is an Islamic country,
Yeah.
so okay. Now I wanted to circle back to the investing part. Um,
Hmm.
So if somebody wanted to invest in Dubai, how does it work? Do you necessarily, I think you answered it before, that you need a visa to buy, or you can buy before having the visa. How does that work?
You don't have to get a visa. So basically, you can get a visa if you buy an apartment. But if you are just a foreign investor, you come with your passport. You pay for the developer, and then you can purchase the apartment, or you buy your apartment. And then, if you are lucky enough and your apartment is about $500,000, then you can get a visa. If not, then you just have an apartment here.
Okay. So do you necessarily so you don't need to be you don't need to have a visa, you don't need to have a nationality in Dubai, in the
No,
UAE.
no,
Okay.
no.
So with the banks, do you have to have a national bank? Can it be international? Because I know every country is different.
It's whatever it is. Like they are dealing with most banks, so it's an international banking system here as well. So that we can send money all over the world. There is no banking situation. You don't have to have a local bank account. Like you can only get a local bank account anyways if you have visa. So if you don't purchase an apartment big enough and you don't get a visa, you can still open a savings account.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so it means it makes it a lot easier for foreign investors to
Yeah,
invest. It
it's
makes
very easy.
sense.
Yeah.
So I was interviewing another agent, and she was in Italy, right?
Yeah.
So she had mentioned that over there you need to be a citizen, or you need to at least to have partial citizenship in order to invest in a property, because you need a local bank account. Every
Yeah.
country is different.
Yeah. It's
It
different. Yeah.
and it makes it
Yeah.
so much more difficult
Yeah.
to invest.
Lots of bureaucracy in Europe, I think. In
Yeah,
Europe, it's very hard.
yeah. It's funny because it's country by country. There's some that are a little bit easier, but like the
Mm.
bigger countries, the more developed countries, it's more difficult, right, to
Yeah.
invest in international, right?
Yeah, Denmark was also very difficult. You had to prove lots of things. So you had to get so much paperwork. And then, in the end, I felt like I even have to show evidence that I have a mother and grandmother and then their shoe size, and they ask everything. I've been living there for 15 years. Here it's way easier. You anyway never get a citizenship, you're never going to get a passport, or you never can get anything else, just a residency. just temporarily.
So no, and again, that's amazing because it does make it easier. Now,
Mhm.
for people that want to do Airbnb, is there anything that they should know before they invest? Again, every city
Yeah.
has something different.
The big developers, like if we are talking about, for example, off plans or big developers who have already ready apartments, they are contracted with Airbnb or management company, which is taking care of the building. So if I'm buying an apartment, for example, from Shopha, I can only choose from 3 different Airbnb company. So then, because they know the building, they know how to take care of the materials, they are taking care of the cleaning, the maintenance, and then they can help on this thing. So it's not really a big problem, to be honest. We can also recommend to the clients if they need such services. It's easy to access of this.
Wow. Okay, so there's not too many laws, because again, every city is different. Like here in New York specifically, I asked because, like I said, here in New York, the laws are very strict for Airbnb. You can't just Airbnb anything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you have to live in the house, and you can only rent it out for a certain amount of days through Airbnb. It's a whole big thing.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that in Dubai, there's not really much restrictions.
No, it's the residential buildings. Most of them are allowed to be Airbnb'd.
Okay. Wow, that's good to know for
Mm-hmm.
everybody listening. If you want an Airbnb,
Yay.
it's good to find out how to do it.
Yeah.
And Cynthia will be your go-to person.
Yes.
Um, so where do you see a lot of your investors? Like obviously they have their specific areas, but where do you see is the next destination that it's going to be huge in
From where
Dubai?
did they come from? Yeah.
No, like in regards to which locations in Dubai are you seeing, okay, this is going to be the next area that's going to be built up, and this is where a lot of development is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are building like only 40% of Dubai is built, huh? So it's really hard to say. So it's just the best time to start real estate here. They are building different kind of communities. So when we speak about Dubai, we have different communities and different areas. And when they build a community or an area, they always build a hospital, they always build schools, shopping malls, gardens, so everything in an area which is reachable. What we see now, and then what there is a lot of inquiry, is called Shop Heartland. So it's like a new community build up. It's on water. There is lots of green area. There are communities. There are schools from Oxford, and there is like everything, like within few minutes reach what you need, and it's huge project now.
Wow, that's amazing. It's crazy
Mm-hmm.
how fast they build these
Yeah.
cities.
Yeah.
Like cities within a city.
Cities within this is exactly what Dubai is cities within the cities.
Yeah.
So it's like wherever you move, it's okay. You have everything what you need: pharmacy, grocery store, laundry services. You have everything at hand.
Definitely. So where do you see Dubai heading in the next few years?
They have a plan. They call the Dubai Urban Master Plan, which is by 2040 they want to double the size of Dubai. Now we are 3.8 million. So they want to reach above 7.8 or 8. So they are building everything. So they have a perfect plan. Actually, I made a note on this. So what's the plan is that to 25% increase in areas for educational and health facilities, 134% increase in hospitality and tourism activities, 105% increase in green areas, 400% increase in space for public beaches. That's the plan by 2020. No, 2040, sorry, 2040.
Wow. So all this information readily available. So again,
Yeah.
for investors, it should be something like you should get in now because it's only going to get more expensive, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if you can answer me this, if somebody wanted to buy a modest, starting out 1-bedroom apartment in the outskirts of Dubai, right? How much do you think that can go for?
It's about 1.1 million dirham.
Okay.
We need to divide by 3.5, so that's the US dollar.
It's around 400-ish. Maybe my math is wrong. Let me see. So 1.5.
1.1, I think 1.1 million would be fine.
1.1
divided by 3.5. So like say $350,000 we can get, not in the city center, but a little bit outside. Like for example, where I live, we have several projects now, 1-bedroom apartments. We have pool on balcony, your own pool. You have your parking spot, fully furnished, beautiful apartments, like 46 stories of building. So outside of Dubai is still is cheaper, while in the city center is 2.2 for the studio.
Oh my God,
2.2 million. Mm-hmm.
Let's see how much that is. So if we have a number, so
about 500,000, I think.
500,000. But again, it's only going to get more expensive because it's the city center. So if you buy now, in 10 years, you're going to be like, wow, I bought it at such a bargain, right? Even in 5 years.
Yeah.
$500,000.
Even in 3 months, you can see sometimes there are some specific buildings which are increasing. Somebody bought an apartment, 3 months later, he gained 300,000 dirham profit in 3 months.
Wow. So I wanted to ask you now that how does it work when you're doing the comparable sales? So if you want to help a client, and this is for my this is my curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to put in an offer in an apartment, okay,
mm-hmm.
Are the comparable sales public knowledge or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, if you go, like every developer have a website, so where you can go and download the brochure, and then you can download the payment plan. So, and then also like the full payment plan you can download, and I can send it to the client. And then also you go to the Dubai Land Department's website, you can check the area, how much is going to be the estimated return of investment. So usually when I send an offer, I only always send numbers. This is the ROI in the next 1 year, this is the payment plan, this is the size, so they can calculate.
Oh, okay. Wow. And do you guys make the offers in English or?
Yeah, I mean, it's the common language in Dubai is English.
Really?
So the business language, it's the official language of the country is Arabic, but the business language is English.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So no problem going around and speaking English.
No, actually, if you speak very good English, then you can get a little bit of a problem because nobody's first language is English. Yeah, so we all speak in different accents. Just keep down with this fancy English.
Wow, that's amazing. I have to take a trip out there to see it for myself.
Yeah, you have to.
So in regards to an investor wanting to buy, is there anything that they should know in regards to like the politics, anything they should be aware of before they even start looking?
I think it's very important to check the area. Like we always ask, like, what's the purpose of investing? If I want to move with my family, I would recommend something completely different than if I would never want to come to Dubai. I just want to make my money working. This is so we need to see what's the purpose of the investor. So let's say I just want to invest my money and I don't really care to come. Then I would recommend something in the city center. What is also important to know that when we are purchasing an apartment, there is always 4% fee to the Dubai Land Department. This is the administrative fee we always have to pay. So we don't have taxes. We have this stable 4% Dubai Land Department fee.
Okay. No, that makes sense. So what are you seeing in all of Dubai? I don't know if I asked this already, but what is the average selling price in all of Dubai?
The average?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
No, it's fine if you don't know it off the top of your head.
I don't know. No, I don't know the average.
That's fine.
I think it's mainly, I don't know the price itself. I would know maybe like studio and 1-bedroom.
Okay. So yeah, for a 1-bedroom, average price in all of Dubai, how much do you think?
It's about 1 million dirham.
Okay, 1 million dirham. So around like 300.
Yeah, we can
They,
find lower, we can obviously find higher. This is if because it's so hard to say average in Dubai because there is no limits.
yes,
You
yeah.
know, there is the when you have no top, it's so hard to find the middle.
Yeah, it's true. No, and it's so much going up
Yeah,
at a given time. The city is expanding at such a rapid rate, so it is tough.
yeah.
um,
Once I have been, sorry, once I have been visiting the most expensive apartment in the UAE. It's 250 million dollars.
$250 million.
It was just breathtaking. Yeah, there was
Where is it?
one apartment. You just go and take a look. Um, it was huge. I don't remember the square meter, but like 3 bedrooms, 2 kitchen, 4 bathrooms. You know, you have a huge bathtub overlooking Burj Khalifa. You have TV screen and everything, like with lights and huge balcony. It's like it's crazy.
Probably like 5 pools and
Yeah,
something like that. Something crazy like that.
yeah, it was crazy beautiful.
Wow. So, again, thank you very much, Cynthia.
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking your time
Thank you
um,
so much.
for to come out here. Obviously, it's there's a time difference. So, you probably this is the end of your work day, correct?
Yeah, you were my last one today. Yes.
Is there anything you want to leave out? Any last tips you want to leave for the audience?
I think it's always very good to, yeah. So I think the most important advice, anything regarding Dubai, is always go to the source. You know, we have so many nationalities here. We have so many different opinions. We have so many different viewpoints. But the stable information always what the Dubai government says, because after all, you're going to be judged by their rules. So if it comes to visa, company setup, real estate, you always have to check about the Dubai government sites if you need to get more information, and those companies who are here since a long time, you know. So that would be my advice. If I would be a newcomer in Dubai, I would for sure go on the websites and check the data.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Is there any listings that you have or anything you want to advertise?
I mean, we have this Shopha Heartland, which is beautiful. Mainly, like let's say Americans or people from the US want to relocate with their families, and they like the green areas, you know, where you can take your dog out for a walk, where you have like trees to sit under, you know, for picnic and this kind of things. Like the US people, they usually like it. So Shopha Heartland would be amazing. We have villas, 3, 4, 6 bedroom villas with your own pool and everything fully furnished. This is one of the main projects we have now, or I'm working on. And the other one is called Bays 101. They are building the second tallest building in Dubai. It's overlooking the Burj Khalifa. It's a landmark, so the price will never, ever, ever go down. We have only a few units, fully furnished. It's a super luxury apartment. It's just like you go in and you don't want to leave anymore. Insane investment. It's a great for investment.
Perfect. No, I would definitely put that in the show notes so people could go to that, and then if they
Yeah.
have any questions, they would reach out to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. So Cynthia, what's your Instagram or social media? How can people reach you?
We have Manara Properties on Instagram. We have TikTok called Manara Properties. We have Facebook pages. We have website.
Beautiful. Let me just put this here. So, whoop, not this. Sorry. Okay. So, what was the name of the company? Sorry.
It's called Manara Properties. I can send you the Manara Properties.
Properties. Okay. So I'm gonna put this. And what about your social media? How can people reach you?
They can reach me on my own, like Cintia Arnhofer, or they can also find Manara Properties. So whenever you just put my name on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's very easy to reach me. Like it's super easy to reach me.
So it's easy. It's easy to reach you then.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
So this is
that's us. Yeah.
the company that Cynthia works in, and she will help you find your investment property there in Dubai. As you guys can tell, her knowledge is vast. So this is the go-to person for you guys. Okay. So again, Cynthia, it was a pleasure.
Thank you
We'll
so
definitely
much.
be in touch, and
Yeah.
it was a pleasure.
Let me know when you come.
Well, I will do. Will do.
Yay.